Hello my fellow geeklings, you are watching the Auburn Phoenix, and today I am starting a new series of videos entitled 5 Count Fridays. 5 Count Fridays is for those of you who want to get involved in professional wrestling. I am not going to make out that I am a seasoned veteran or anything like that. I am still a trainee. I've only been doing it for just under 2 years. However, I am very passionate about this subject and always keen to help those deciding whether they want to actually pursue this or not. So without further ado, I've got less than 5 minutes, so let's dive straight in. Let's say, for example, you've grown up watching WWE, or you're a big fan of wrestling now, you've only recently found it, you collected all the action figures, the video games, owned all the DVDs, been to live shows, all that sort of stuff. But I want to ask you now, why do you want to do pro wrestling? That is a question not a lot of people think about. They think it's easy to answer. They think, oh, because I like wrestling. Well, that's not really enough. I mean, you can like it, but then you have to love it if you want to actually do it yourself. 2 reasons not to do professional wrestling. Now, it sounds like I'm trying to divert you, but this is the truth. Oh, I want to do pro wrestling because at the end of the day, it's just acting, like dancing and all that. There's no harm in it, really. Nobody gets hurt. It's fake, innit? I want to make loads of money and go to WWE. Yeah, be famous. If those are the 2 reasons that you want to be a wrestler, don't do it. Because honestly, there is nothing more physically or emotionally demanding that I have done than being a pro wrestler. Don't do it just because you want money or to be famous. There's not a lot of money to make from pro wrestling when you're just starting out. I want you all to think about how much money you want to put into this. How much is it going to cost for training school fees? How are you going to get to training? Do you have to drive, pay for petrol, public transport, buy your own gear, buy the wrestling shoes, all that sort of stuff? So these are things you need to consider before you actually start pro wrestling. Are you going to do it just for fitness? Are you going to do it for a hobby? Or do you want to pursue this as a career? If so, find out now, because that is how much you are going to progress. And just because you're doing this as a hobby, don't think you can slack off and not take it seriously. Like any other hobby, if you love a hobby and a passion outside of work or anything like that, you will give it 100%. It's like if you cosplay for a hobby, if you are an animator or a illustrator for a hobby, or if you play an instrument or you play a sport for a hobby, you put the same amount of time and effort into it as if it were your job, because that is how much you love it. How much do you love it that you want to go for it and put yourself through that? Now, I'm not saying it's going to mentally cripple you or anything, but you do have to have a strong mindset if you want to pursue wrestling. So that is my first 5 count video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like this video if you did. Comment below, let me know what you want me to talk about. And also hit subscribe and the little bell icon to find out more about these videos. Until then, take care. I've been the Auburn Phoenix. Enjoy your weekend.